on some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The moment has finally arrived, football fans. Time to close out another season. And we're underway in Super Bowl 62. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy starting off with a throw. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. He creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Fires out wide, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 5 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. And the first carry here for Ashton Genty. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First down from the 41. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him, and that takes them to 3rd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Going deep here for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. So have it at their own 30 after the interception.
You know what this is, kid? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block, and then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Go right side, and McBride has it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Running for the first time with a Louisville Cardinal. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Pass play now. Pocket isn't moving enough. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Third and long for him here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Jaguars take over as he records his 10th career INT.
I might be Captain Obvious here, but the team who wins today, Kate, it might just be the team who finally takes care of the football.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. To the right side and reeled in by London. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Genty from the gun. Still going inside the 35. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Progress is soft with a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, it will really break the backs of a defense.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has it down close. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Drake London with the touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays could follow.
Sanders all set to send it away. He got all on that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He gets the handoff. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Back to throw. Jump off, caught by his back. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he's all the way down at the 32-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Panthers 1st. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Connecting on the slant. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Gain of 15 there. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down. Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone. But what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
We've reached the end of the 1st quarter of Super Bowl 62. It's the Jaguars setting the pace so far. Back to Miami in just a moment. Welcome back, all. 2nd quarter of Super Bowl 62 just moments away. They've got 1st and goal to work with. They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. This is a heater going deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And he's down to the 42-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st down from the 42. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, McCarthy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And the Panthers are just too much here. They're going to take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Jacksonville in punt formation. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And he made sure to angle that one toward the sideline. It bounces inside the 20 and jumps out at the 13. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw here. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by Jordan Hancock.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Play straight ahead. Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. You have that call you had ready, though? You can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
They go play action on 1st down. And we put everything he's got behind it. That one connects. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers parlay the interception into points.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, chicken dinner.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. First play is going to be again to Jesse. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Now it's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10, it's McCarthy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. McCarthy looking to throw. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's McCarthy on first and 10. Complete over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 29-yard line.
So it'll be second and 2 when we get back from our 2-minute warning. More of the Super Bowl coming up on EA Sports. Offense is set. This is second and 2. McCarthy throwing here. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing block. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And they are on it short of that first down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up fourth down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on fourth. Again, McCarthy to throw. Gets this one to London. So they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on fourth down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable. He'll find enough space for a completion.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Another throw here for McCarthy. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. Throwing again now, McCarthy. And he makes the catch, but he will not get the feet down. Oh, Brock, that could have been a highlight reel touchdown. Instead, just an incompletion.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Brought in. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars earn the chance to tie before halftime. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Sending him on the dive. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They give it to him again. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on Brooks. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Quick to the left, it's caught. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take the lead just before halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. Caught quickly on the slant. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. On the left side. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably and then go to work after.
All set to go now from the 35. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Complete out to the right side. And forget the field goal block. They reach the end zone to end this first half on a high note.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. The route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars tie this game at 21.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Now give left side. Now first down only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. Finds a small seam, that's good for 5. Make it 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Third and just 2 to go. Leaning back, motions right. Here he is on 3rd and short. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main